Alright, hello and welcome to another great video from Esport Bootcamp. And today I'm introducing you my newest series. My newest series is about every hero that's currently in the game. There will be one video for one hero each week. And to start right off the bat, I wanted to introduce you Mcree here. I made this small picture for you. I will write a download link in the description so you can download it as well. And we're going to talk a little about him, what's his strengths, what's his weakness, where you should pick him, where you shouldn't pick him, and overall what he has to do in the game. Start right off the bat. I'm talking about the strength and the weakness. And strength is, he is a really high damage outputting hero. He is able to immobilize targets, and he has a high potential ultimate in terms of killing. The point one, he's a high damage output. That's true if you hit these crucial headshots. Immobilize targets, that's pretty much essential against flankers like Tracer and Genji, and you are able to cancel ultimates from the Reaper or even from the Lucio if he's still mid-air. So that makes him very versatile. Last point, high potential ultimate. You are able to kill at least one or two targets with your ultimate if you are not too greedy, and you shouldn't do that, so be prepared for the enemy Anna or everyone else in the enemy team that can stun you or deny your ultimate at all, as well as Reinhardt with his shield in front of you. That's pretty whack too. About his weakness, he is really slow, he has a low HP pool, and he's really difficult to play aim-wise. Slow, you already noticed probably if you played him already. He just have his basic movement speed and no gap closer at all. So he's pretty slow. He has a low HP pool, he's on 200 HP at the moment, and that makes him very vulnerable against Widowmaker headshots, Hanzo headshots, or even the other Mcree headshots here. Last point, he's difficult to play aim-wise, as I already mentioned in the high damage earlier this video. You have to hit these headshots with him, otherwise he's just a bad version of Soldier, in my opinion. And if you do so, you're gonna have a good time, you're going to do a lot of damage, and if you don't, you're pretty much dead, because the enemies are about to kill you, and if you don't kill them earlier, you're dead. Alright, let's come to the role. The role is main damage dealer. I separated that in main damage dealer, second damage dealer, and maybe flanker. If you run in a 2-2-2 combo, you should at least have one main damage dealer, such as Mcree, Soldier, or even Junkrat, because you have to burst down the enemy Reinhardt shield, and a Tracer and a Genji not gonna do that. So you have a main damage dealer, and maybe in additional to that, a flanker such like Tracer. That leads us right to the tasks, and the task is to harass tanks. You have to burn the Reinhardt shield, you have to harass the Roadhog a little bit. You maybe bait out the Zarya shield with your flash or something, so you can team follow right after that. Another point is to kill the flankers and protect the healers. I set these both points together because that's pretty much the same if the enemy run a Tracer. The enemy Tracer has the task to kill your Mercy, and if you have the task to kill the Tracer before they kill your Mercy. Alright? That's pretty much essential, because otherwise, if the enemy has a good Tracer or a good Genji, your healers are gonna have a bad time if you don't protect them. So that's one of the main tasks. I gave him a rating 4 out of 5, and some guys might not agree with me, but I think he doesn't have the potential to be 5 out of 5 because he's so slow, because there are a lot of heroes that can counter him, and even the current meta comp, 3 tanks, 3 supports, 0 damage dealer, is really bad for Mcree. That leads us to the counter 4 part, and Mcree is a pretty good counter for Pharah. You might already already saw that in some of these games, because you are able to hit these long range shots on the Pharah, who is mid-air currently, and yeah, that's pretty easy to hit those. Another point is Tracer and Genji. If you take a look at the tasks again, you have the task to kill Tracer and Genji, and with your stun grenade, that shouldn't be that difficult. The Torbjorn is, you can counter Torbjorn with Mcree, not so well, I'd say, but it should be fine. Torbjorn has a pretty big head, so you can headshot him pretty easily. And about his tower is, you can peek behind a corner, give one shot, go behind the corner again. The tower will switch aggro to another teammate, and you peek again, give another shot. And if you do this I think 3 or 4 times, the Torbjorn tower should be dead, and you can follow up with an ultimate or anything after that. Mcree is a good counter for Reaper as well, because Reaper's ultimate is able to wipe your whole team, but if you throw a flashbang in his face while he does that, well, you can cancel him. And after that, Reaper is pretty useless, I'd say. Another good counter is Lucio, because you counter Lucio as well, because you can throw a flashbang in his face and follow up with the right click, and the Lucio should be dead. He shouldn't be bouncing at these walls anymore, because if you immobilize them, if you stun them, he is not able to do that. Okay, to the last part, counter for Mcree. Mcree is getting countered by most of these tanks, which makes him really bad in the current meta lineup. 3 tanks, 3 support, 0 damage dealers, because he is not really able to kill a tank if you don't hit like 4 headshots continuously. And that's why I wrote it here on the picture. Zarya, D.Va, Winston, and Reinhardt have a good time countering you. Roadhog is something different. I think if Roadhog misses his hook, you should stay you should keep the distance from him, and you are able to headshot him pretty easily, because he has a big head. Alright, Widowmaker is another counter to Mcree, because, well, she can hit these headshots, and with his low HP pool, you are dead after 1 headshot, and since you're so slow, you need a lot of time to go back to the point. Another point is Mei. Mei is, in my opinion, one of the best counters for every offensive hero. She has 250 HP, I think, and that you are not able to kill her as Mcree with a flashbang followed by a right click, because she will survive that, and before she dies she will go through her ice cocoon shit and survive the whole action. Another thing is Bastion. You can't do the peak corner thing like Torbjorn there, because this Bastion is going to wipe you in around 1 second, because so much damage output, and he's pretty tanky too, so you shouldn't be able to kill him. Even if you're right in front of him and you throw a flashbang into his face and followed by a right pick, you should not be able to kill him by then. Alright, that was the end. I hope you guys download the picture from I posted down there, because if you go into a game, you can collect all these pictures I will continue to make in the next time in the future. So you can download them, you can collect them, and if you want to play a hero, you can just quickly take a look on the picture I gave you here, so you can know what are my tasks, what do I have to do, what is my role here, and what enemy gives me a bad time. Alright? Hope you like this. Looking forward to the next video. And give this video a thumbs up, as well as subscribing to my channel. And I see you guys in the next video.